said to her was, how did you sit down on my results for 6 weeks knowing that it is positive for breast cancer and you didn't say anything? Wasn't the arrangement that if there is anything, when I get back the results, you're going to link me back? Furthermore, when I looked at the paper, the results were ready from a week after the biopsy was done. So from a week after the biopsy was done, the results were generated and sent back to Junker Avenue B. And they sat on the results for 6 weeks. And if I never get up and say me I go check feet, we probably would have still there. I mean, I still go on like some alright and my body good and welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new. So if you're new to this channel, please take 1 second to go down below this video and click on that red subscribe button. Also, please be sure to select that bell notification and select all so that you'll be notified each time I post a video. So as you can see from the title of this video, this is my story. This is my breast cancer story. So without further ado, let's jump in. No, it's live. Alright guys, so before I jump in, I just want to show you I have some gifts from today's sponsors. So the sponsor for this video is none other than kiingkellyii. kiingkellyii, Jamaica, and I have a few items here to give away. This is a drawstring bag, compliments of Sagicor, and it has a notebook, a notepad here for one lucky winner. Also has a pen, a Sagicor branded pen. Sagicor branded pen. Yeah. So one lucky winner will be getting this bag, and this one here also has another notebook and a Sagicor branded pen. Also, one lucky winner will win this gift basket from Sagicor as well. I actually have 2 of them right now, but one I'll be giving away one to some supporters of my channel personally that I know. I'll be splitting this gift basket and be giving away individual stuff to different persons. So all you have to do to enter this giveaway is to ensure that you're following myself on Instagram at the.Ital Gyol and kiingkellyii JA on Instagram, or I think it's kiingkellyii JA on Instagram. I'll link the correct Instagram account right here. So just ensure that you're following both of us. You're going to go on to Sagicor page and you're going to type under any one of their images, or probably the last picture that they posted, at the.Ital Gyol sent you here. That's all. That is all. all I'll do, I'll go inside of Sagittarius comments and I'll look for the persons who commented, and I'll put your name in a raffle and I will shake and pick like we always do. Alright, so that's all you have to do. In addition, I'm so sorry, in addition to that, you have to share your favorite part of this video in your Instagram stories as well and tag me. Ensure to share it and tag me so that I can repost each and every one of the entries. So you'll win either a gift basket or one of these 2 bags. Alright guys, so without further ado, let's get right into my story. I am hot, I had the fan on but I had to turn it off else they wouldn't hear anything that I'm saying in this video. Alright guys, so for those of you who have been living under a rock, you're probably the president of that rock, and as such you did not know that I was diagnosed with breast cancer last year. So I was diagnosed with breast cancer last year. If you are subscribed to my channel and you've watched all my videos, then you would have known because I've mentioned it in quite a few videos. So I was diagnosed with breast cancer on the 24th of May 2019. The backstory is when I was in university, I felt 2 lumps in my breast. I always do my self-breast examination and
I'm pervert, so I always feel myself.
So while I was doing my self-breast examination one morning, I felt a lump in this breast, and it was towards the right of the breast, going like inwards towards the chest area, like right here. On this side, I felt a lump towards the right of this breast, going towards the armpit section, so it was right here. I didn't watch it, I didn't pay it, well I watched it but I didn't pay it much attention because I'm a person with lobular what? I'm a person with lobular breasts, meaning that I have a little lump in my breast. That's how you go? Yeah. So I thought, you know, I left high school, I'm now an adult, my breast tissues are just disintegrating, you know, because when I did smaller, I used to feel like my mother's breast, her breast them used to feel soft. So I figured that as an adult, my breast them will get soft, so the lump them will come out. So I paid them no attention. I didn't think of anything of any of those lumps. So fast forward now to 3 years ago, I remember distinctively I did a self-breast examination again on both breasts, and this one the lump was absent, but this one the lump was still there. Mind you, it never grew in size, it never changed in shape or anything, it was just there. So I decided to watch it, but I noticed that each month after my period, like probably like between day 1 to day 4 after my period ended, I would feel like excruciating pain in this breast to the point where I feel like it dead in my lungs. Like that's how severe the pain was, and it would shot across my breast one time and then it would disappear. So I decided, you know, let me take a look into this. I was speaking to my mom in 2018 about it, and she said to go check it out. Listen, when me hear go check it out, me I say, then if it's that serious that me go check you out, I don't want to know the response. I don't want to know what it is, so I ignored her request to go and check it out, or her command to go and check it out, and I left it alone. In 2019 now, in February of 2019, I decided, nah, this is getting out of hand. I've been having this issue for the longest while. This lump dissolved. This one is still here. Let me go and check it out. So I set up an appointment at, I don't remember what them name, I'm not giving them no free publicity because the person, she was not professional any at all that handled my ultrasound. I'm not giving them no publicity. Set up an appointment at, let's just say, Janker Avenue. So I went to Janker Avenue and I had the ultrasound done in March. I think it was March 15 of this year, of last year, sorry. And it says that there's a 3.3 millimeter hypoequic, can't pronounce it, mass located at much o'clock them call it. I think it is at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock or 3 o'clock. I think it was 3 o'clock. It looks suspicious, it has calcifications, so I had to go and check it out.
So what she wrote on the paper was urgent urgent biopsy needed.
I'm like, okay. While I was there, she asked me if I know anything about what I know about breast cancer. I say I know a lot about breast cancer. I'm a registered nurse. What is the point? She said, you know it's not common in young people, right? I say, yes, I do. She said, is there anybody in your family that has breast cancer? I said, no. So I said, what is it? Oh, this must look suspicious. It looks like cancer. You have to check it out. I think it's cancer. You have to check it out. Now, how is it that you're going to tell a patient, oh, you're going to break a news like that to a patient? Like, are you dumb? Anyways, so mind you, I drove to this place, and when I was driving back, I was so scared and fearful and trembling. Like, honestly, I am so sad for the person that I was a year ago. Like, it's not even funny. I was so soft and ugh. Anyways, so I took the results to let's just call this place Jonker Avenue B. So I took the results to Jonker Avenue B, and I scheduled a biopsy. Right? So I was told by the president of Jonker Avenue B that if there was any abnormalities, if there was any inconsistencies, they are going to call me right away with the results if the result was not favorable. Right? They said the results usually take 4 weeks to get ready, but due to the fact that I am a registered nurse and I work at a certain institution, they're going to expedite the results. Good? Good. Okay, I follow so far. So I did the biopsy. It was the most excruciating thing I've ever done. I saw her. She put the lidocaine in the area. She numbed the area. She do her thing, but like it was this big ass needle. I think it was like 14 millimeters needle. Like it have a big bore, and anyways, that traumatic experience went. I did the biopsy. Oh, by the way, I'm having some pumpkin shake from Me Hungry Now. So anyways, did the biopsy, was waiting on the results. So my birthday is the 10th of May. So I did the biopsy in March, from April. I did the biopsy from the early part of April because I was seen in clinic, and the doctor in the clinic sent me to...
Guys, I'm so sorry if you're hearing the machine in the background. A woman's gonna do what a woman does. And she's gonna get a machine. But yeah, so sorry for that.
So, you know, I went and I did the biopsy, and I was waiting on the result. My birthday came around. I went out, I had a good time. I drank. I had chicken, cheese, all of them lovely something. Like, I go all out because them time there was on a ketogenic diet, so you know, so the meat and the cheese and the dairy products and them stuff there. Ketogenic diet live for those stuff, so I was eating those while I was out. Mind you, you know, the cancer they did in my breast, you know, and me never did know all of that. But it just out and I just a damn food where I feed my cancer cell. The only thing is that the lump didn't grow. However, after the biopsy, after the perforation of the lump, it started to increase in size. Like it got swollen to about 5.3 millimeter or something like that, or a centimeter. But even though, but it gets swollen, something like we couldn't feel it. So, but I realized that like when my period is coming, it got swollen bigger, and when my period ended, it go down, but it did not go back down to the 3.3 millimeter that it was. You understand? You follow me? Alright, so fast forward now. Birthday done. I went on my birthday trip, my annual birthday trip to the North Coast. I enjoyed myself. I had Emeritus over for Stone Dog. I was drinking. I was having a grand time. Still did not get the results back from my biopsy. However, I was told I can't ever do mukbang, you know, because I can't eat and talk. I can't talk. But anyways, so I was told that if there was an issue, I would have been contacted, and nobody not contact me, so the figure said there is no issue. So anywho's, I continue with my life. So I was at work one day and I had a patient. She came in with the same stage 1, I think hers was stage 2 breast cancer to the right breast, and I was telling her, you know, it's okay, don't worry yourself, just take some deep breath. But I'm just encouraging the lady, and I said to her, say, I'm also waiting on a breast biopsy result, and I haven't gotten it as yet, and I was told that they would have contacted me. It is almost six weeks now, and nobody contacted me, so I'm figuring that I'm okay. She said to me, go and check for your results. I say, you know, say I true though, so I spoke to my supervisor and I said, can I be excused from work? I'm going to go for my results over by Jamaica Avenue B. I went up to Jamaica Avenue B and I said, hi, my name is the.Ital. I did a biopsy sometime in March, end of March, early April, somewhere there, but I will link the information for you because I have screenshots of everything. So I will put probably a picture here or here or yes. So anyways, the lady said to me that the result is not ready yet, so I said that's impossible because you guys told me that it would be ready in 4 weeks. It's now 6 weeks, so may I have my results please? I realized that everybody was just like running around like headless chicken. Everybody looked confused and lost. Everybody looked sad and depressed. I mean, I said, okay. So that means it actually positive. Say I am diagnosed with that shit. Then so the doctor has to come and speak to me. So I said, alright, let me get one thing straight. You know, sit down for my results for all 6 weeks and then I come tell me now, say me must go home, go sit down and wait again until you don't feel like you call me, or I must sit down and wait for the doctor. I said, no, I need my results. No. So anyways, they gave me the paper, I sat down and I opened it up. And it read, conclusion, a diagnosis of invasive ductal carcinoma. Hey guys, listen, me, the queen of eating healthy. Like nobody never used to eat healthy like me. And if I'm a ketogenic diet, I'm a food full of bush and cheese, and milk, and egg, and chicken, and fish. But anyways, like I was considered the healthy eater amongst my friends and family. So this coming like a shock, and then I had nobody in my family had any history of any cancer. Nobody not dead from no breast cancer or no cancer, no them something there. Like I am the first person to be diagnosed with it. She came and she was speaking to me, and the first thing I said to her was, how did you sit down on my results for 6 weeks knowing that it is positive for breast cancer and you didn't say anything? Wasn't the arrangement that if there is anything, when I get back the results, you're gonna link me back? Furthermore, when I looked at the paper, the results were ready from a week after the biopsy was done. So from a week after the biopsy was done, the results were generated and sent back to Jamaica Avenue B. And they sat on the results for 6 weeks, and if I never get up and say me I go check feet, we probably would have still there. I mean, I still go on like some alright and my body good and my ketogenic diet was doing something. You know, I was very pissed at her. First of all, I was mad at God. At them time there, I believed that there was a man in the sky sitting high and looking low. I don't believe them something no more. I'm not going to get into that in this video. So I was pissed at God because I said, how is it that I try to be loyal and faithful to you when we can, but I'm not the baddest person in the world, so why me have to go through this? And why the doctor sit down for results for so long and don't say nothing to me? Why everything? Why the sky blue? Why the rainfall? Why the sunshine? I was so pissed. I was angry with everybody in the world. I was so pissed. I was so angry. I'm just ready for dead. Like me just, you know, I'm ready to die. That's how I felt. So after I'm done cuss her off and something, she was helpful, you know. She was helpful in a very hypocritical way, to be honest with you. In a very dirty, stinking, hypocritical way, she was helpful. So after that now, so after 6 weeks pass and you sit down for my results and don't say nothing to me, you feel like now is the time for you to get busy and I'm supposed to do this and do that and do that. So she gave me a list of stuff that I need to do. I need to schedule for a mammogram at Jamaica Avenue B. I am supposed to go do a bone scan. I am supposed to do a this scan and a that scan and all sorts of something. She go link me up with her doctor friend where is a surgeon for do my surgery for cut off my 2 breasts them. What? Cut off my who? It was So long story short, I take my results, I bear my losses, and I went back on the ward. I called my mom. I think I told my mom. The first person I told was my mother. I went back to my naturopathic doctor and I told him, because rewind. So in March, when I did the biopsy and it says that it's suspected of a carcinoma, I was introduced to my naturopathic doctor by my lovely friend Vivian. If you're watching this, Vivian, thank you so much. You're such a sweetheart. I remember calling her after I got the results as well, and I was crying, and she was just there for me and stuff. So just making us say it was a really hard time for me, my family, and my friends, honestly. And that during that time, I knew that my friends are really actually and truly my friends, and I know that my family was 100% family. As much as I'm a dirty junker sometimes, they're my family and I love them, and I know that they love and they support me, and I thank you guys. So anywho's, I contacted my naturopathic doctor and I apologized to him and I said, you were indeed correct, it is cancer, because I sent him an image in March of that year and he was just examining my photo, my eyes, my skin, everything through the image, and he said to me that based on this image and the symptoms that you presented, you actually have cancer. And my cousin me say, how dare you, you're bright and outside, like you're calling them something upon me, like don't put that out in the universe and don't put that upon my name, you're rude, you're out of order. That's how I was behaving, and the man was like, okay my dear, just let me know what the results said. Just like that. He was so calm and so cool. Pick up yourself, sir. I'm not calling him. I know what them, you know, I know what them find you. So I went back on the ward and I was informing my family, and I told the staff there on the day, I told them what the results were, and they were like, oh my god, I'm so sad, and I'm done and done, and oh my god girl, what are you gonna do, oh my god, it was just so annoying. I'm sorry guys, I don't mean nothing bad, but it was annoying. And then I remember I was crying, so I just sat there, I was just crying, and then there's this particular doctor, like she's a consultant, so she came and she said, what's the matter, Freckleton? Because she know me because I'm a jovial person at work. They tell me work a little bit too serious, yes, but apart from that, I'm a jovial person, so she know me as a jovial person. So to see me cry, it was so strange to everybody because I am not that kind of person at work. I am the laughy, chirpy type. So anyways, she said, what's going on, Freckles? And I told her, I gave her the results, and I was upset. I said to her, I'm upset because I was diagnosed from the first week in April. I think it was the first week, 1 week after I did the biopsy, and if me never go to them, who don't know, said it come back, say I'm positive for cancer, like me feel away, like that hurtful. And for no say, I am a nurse, you're a doctor, it's a doctor's institution, and you sit down on my result, where you did sit down on for? You know, so she called her friend, and her friend is the same friend that the doctor at Janker Avenue B told me that she was going to call. Let's call him the surgeon. Alright, so she called her friend the surgeon, and she listed a number of friends, and she said to me, which one of these? I am holding up my selenite right now. My selenite is for positive energy, positive vibration, and to channel my feminine energy. I am getting a bit emotional and I don't want to cry. I know my eyes for sweat, you know, so I just hold on to my selenite. So she said she's going to call the surgeon and the surgeon will talk to me. She said, which one of the doctors them you want to see? And she listed out a number of doctors. I may not know them. There were only two persons I was familiar with and one that I actually think I would want to, you know, to do my surgery and stuff. So I said, the surgeon, link the surgeon, because me hear good stuff about him when he come on to oncology. So anywho, she linked to the surgeon and the surgeon came to see me. But still a ball, you know. Cause I'm shocked, cause I say I'm a good girl, I'm eat healthy, I'm read my Bible at daytime, I'm a prayer. And them someday, so oh God for do this to me. You know what I mean? So the surgeon came and we were on the ward. I remember specifically we were in the medication room. because it was cold as hell and I was just there crying and panicking. And he asked me a few questions. He asked me the typical my family history, and I told him not asked me nothing about diet and them something, nothing. He just asked about my family history, and I told him that I don't know anybody else with it, and he said that I had to do a genetic testing. No, I'm going to list out a bunch of red flags. This is the first red flag. He said, remember I said to you that the lump was 3.3 millimeters. It was invasive ductal carcinoma, and they actually sent samples to test to see what was the receptor, like if it was H2 positive or if it was triple negative or it was estrogen positive, what receptor was feeding the cancer. So long story short, it was estrogen positive, and my naturopathic doctor told me that before I even got the result, because based on my diet he said that it was estrogen positive. So anywho's, the surgeon, as what we're going to call him, he came, as I said, I was crying, I sit down there, a ball, and him come and him look for me so. Him look for me so. And the first red flag is you have to do a genetic testing, and it's for $60,000. Miguel. and if you don't, Miguel, move now. And based on the result of that genetic testing, you have to go cut off your 2 breasts them. All they need to do is spit in an envelope, and we're going to send it to wherever the place they are foreign where they're supposed to send it to get it tested, and then come back to Jamaica, and it will tell me if it is a genetic thing. Remember me tell you from before I became a nurse, I asked my family the pertinent questions. What is our family diagnosis? Does our family have any specific diagnosis like hypertension running out of the family, quote unquote, diabetes running out of the family, CVA, stroke running out of the family, cancer running out of the family? I asked them question there, and the answers to everything was no. So when him said that, I say I'm not going to do a genetic testing because I know nothing in my family. I know that family history has nothing to do with this. So let's move on to the other options. So I said to him, I'm willing to do a surgery to take the lump out, take out the lymph node where you think say the cancer might spread to, but I will not take off the breast, and I will not take off my 2 breasts. I am 27 years old. I'm not going to take off any breasts. 28 years old at the time, as I should say. I'm not going to take off my breasts. I don't have any children yet. I'm not have nothing for breastfeed, blah blah blah. I said I'll take out the lump, and I will consider the radiation therapy. He looked at me and he said to me, say, if it's what I think you have, you're going to have to take off both of the breasts. And furthermore, he said to me, if you don't do chemotherapy and radiation therapy, you will die. Remember, you know, people, I sit down in front of the man, my eye them a sweat like wow. My eye them a sweat a drop out of my eye like so. I'm sit down in front of him, and the man a look in my eye with no empathy whatsoever. Him look at me and tell me, say, if I not do chemotherapy and radiation therapy, me I go dead. Remember, nothing to come back. This man don't know what stage the cancer is at this time. Only thing he know is a 3.3 hypoechic or hypoechic mass, 9 o'clock or mostly 3 o'clock in my breast, and it confirmed for invasive ductal carcinoma. But in a film, big head, because him head big, him think say the best approach without even knowing is to cut off both of my breast them and the chemotherapy and radiation therapy. So I look at him and I said, the man, as I tell him I did believe in my God and him son. So I said, the man is the devil incarnate, and I will not let the devil win. That was the right thing to do, anyways, to not let the devil win. So I said, alright, what are the steps? I have to do a mammogram. I have to wait to see what receptors the cancer, what receptors are feeding the cancer. I have to do a bone scan. I have to do a CT, chest, abdomen, liver, and down here so to my uterus, and then place to see if the cancer spread to my lungs, my liver, my uterus. You know, the man just scare me, you know. I did it and me eye them a sweat, you know, and the man attack on me eye them a sweat. Anywho's, I got a sick leave from the hospital for 10 days, and during that 10 days I tried to do everything. I got the sick leave, and the first thing I did the mammogram. So for the mammogram I got the results in a couple days, because I remember saying I did vex with the people them. I did vex with the people them at Janker Avenue B, you know, because them sit down for my results for 6 weeks. When them do the mammogram, I think I get it back like 2 days after, because I'm in a ramp with them. It showed. If I can find the image, I'll insert the image. If not, just understand what I say. So alright, so the breast there, right? The circle right there, so. And the mammogram just shows the cancer would on there, like right here, so. That little, right to that little part here, so. And it isolated from the breast. So the breast is here, the cancer is here, right here, so, and it no spread to nowhere. Just the right, just sit down right here, so another little section there, right? So I gave him the results from the mammogram. I'm gonna tell you, the mammogram, it was painful. That's the day when I actually really cried the most, because it was painful. I don't really have much breast, and if you see I lift up my breast and I squeeze whatever it is, and then because my breasts are so far apart, they had to group up the middle of my breast and then put it down on the something and then clamp it down, like when you clamp down sandwich for the eat. You know, until you eat bun and cheese and you squeeze it up together. I saw them do your breast when you do mammogram. And if you don't know by now, mammogram and the machine the machine they give a little dose of radiation every time. But anyways, that's a story for another day. Gave him the results from the mammogram, and I spoke to Sagicor, big up Sagicor. At the time I had a total women plan with Sagicor, where I pay $2,000 out of my pay per month to cover anything like this, any breast cancer, any illness on the job, any stuff like that, problems that women go through. And if during the time I gave birth to a child or something, then I will have money to cover the birthing experience and all of that stuff. So that's what the Total Woman plan is for. It is a very good plan. I implore every woman that is working to get on that plan. That's the only plan I will ever advise anybody to go on where it's concerned, taking money out of your pay monthly, because it was a very good plan. Like, if I had known that I would have been diagnosed with breast cancer or anything for that matters, I would have paid more than $2,000 per month, because I was paying the minimum per month, but I still managed to get $3.3 million out of it in order for me to finance everything and finance my diet and my lifestyle change. Anyways, do the mammogram, get the results. I went back over to my ward to withdraw some blood so that them could send it to do the testing to find out if the cancer is in my blood.